And start. Welcome everybody to our No Limits Fitness call for the month of August. It's Team Cup Month. Woo-hoo! This is a big month for our team, for our network, and for each and every single one of you. So I hope that you have felt a part of the energy and the excitement that all of us who are participating in the Cup are experiencing. What I really wanted to do tonight was give some of our newer coaches the opportunity to share their experiences from Summit, some of the bigger moments, the breakthroughs they had personally, because that kind of event is something that can drastically change your mindset, your direction, where you're headed, and really how you see coaching in your life. And so we all had an incredible time together. Summit, I'm gonna share a little bit more about it personally, because that was my fourth one, which is crazy, or third. But it was by far my favorite Summit. Just so many different things about it, what the speakers spoke about, the way corporate is supporting us and creating things to help us help more people and reach more people. The fact that we're expanding internationally in 2 months, you guys, it's crazy. There's so many opportunities right now for us to really reach out, grab people, and help them. So I will go ahead and get started with our speakers. Like I said, we had some coaches tonight that wanted to share a little bit more about their experiences. And the first person that's going to be sharing her story, a little bit about her story tonight, is Carrie. Carrie Friday started coaching in March 2016, and she's currently an Emerald coach, but she's just a few coaches away from Diamond. Like, it's totally going to happen this month for her. I know it. I feel it. And I believe after Summit, Carrie will tell us, but I think she's added 5 or 6 coaches. I mean, she's on fire right now, you guys. So she's just an incredible inspiration, has a really powerful story, and I know you get a lot out of hearing a little more from her. So with that being said, Carrie, take it away. Let me unmute you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Hi. Summit was amazing. It really was. I have been trying to hit some big milestones, including Diamond, for almost a year now, and I would get kind of close, and then people would drop off or things would happen, and I would get really frustrated. And I went to Summit. I was terrified to go. I really, honestly, truly was. I was scared I wouldn't fit in. I was scared I wouldn't be able to keep up with everybody. I was scared that I wouldn't be as important as everybody else that was there. But it was a totally different experience than what I even imagined it would be. Everything was so exciting. Everybody was so incredible. I've never felt like I belonged more anywhere ever in my life. Everything that I got was useful. I took pages and pages and pages of notes. It was absolutely incredible. One of the sessions that really has helped me the most was Amy Silverman. She spoke about the search for quality people and to find your lifers. And the thing that has stuck with me more than anything else and really driven what I have done since I came back, she said, Summit is where dreams come alive. And for me, that was so true, because I have set some really big goals for myself for where I'm going to be next year when Summit comes around. And so she talked about the number one thing that's in your way is your ego, whether it's positive or negative. And she said that if your time isn't spent looking for people, then you're wasting your time. I've spent a lot of time in the past year and a half planning out posts and things that I was going to say, but I wasn't really looking for people. I was just looking for people that just wanted, whoever came to me. But since I came back from Summit, I have been inviting, and messaging. And it has made such a huge difference in my business. She said that you have to practice the 3-foot rule, and anyone that comes within 3 feet of you, you have to talk to them. And so I'm doing that in my personal life, but I'm also doing that. I've sort of manipulated it for social media too. So like the first few people that I see, I have to find something to connect with them about, and then keep the conversation going until they talk about Beachbody or there's a great opportunity for it. And it has worked really well for me. Even just carrying my Shakeology cup into the daycare to drop my kids off, I've had 2 people ask me for samples for it and talk to me about it. So I've been practicing her 3-foot rule. And then she said, don't rule anybody out. Don't be selfish. Give the universe a chance and pay it forward, because you never know who really needs it. And she said that what separates successful coaches from unsuccessful coaches is inviting. And when she said that, I was so convicted, because I'm terrible about inviting people. I just don't do it because I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. But my comfort zone is not where I grow. So, I have, since I came back from Summit, I have been inviting every single day. I started using Teamsy to log and track my behaviors and hold myself accountable. And I've been sending screenshots of it every day to my coach, so she knows I'm doing it too. And I needed to add 8 coaches, and I've added 6. I've added 6. I hit Success Club in July, and I've already hit Success Club for August, and it's the 6th. And my goal for this month is SC20, but that's like including what I'm going to put under my husband. So anyway, that's what I got. I freaking loved her. She was so awesome. Now I'm stalking her on social media.
Okay, as long as you get your invites done first, right?
Yes, I do that first. Yes. I do my PD first, and then I invite, and then I do the hard stuff first, and then I just go talk to people and post and do all those other things.
Awesome. Thank you, Carrie. I will be coming back to you. I appreciate you sharing that. I agree. Amy is very inspiring. Okay, so let's talk to Stacy. Stacy enrolled in August of 2016, and she has, over the past few months, been one of our most consistent producers and up-and-coming leaders. I know she is just a stone's throw away from Diamond as well. So this is going to be the month, the breakout month. So excited to hear what you're going to talk about, Stacy, and thanks for being on the call tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me, and I apologize, I'm a little raspy. I actually just got off of a red eye from last night, flying back from California for a work trip, so I appreciate the patience with me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I am so stoked to be here and talk about my experience at Summit, because it's like Carrie said, it was really one of those life-changing moments for me. You know, it was really kind of the moment where like I found myself as a coach. Like, you know, sometimes you get kind of lost in the shuffle, or you feel overwhelmed by everything that's going on. And, you know, there's these team calls, and there's, you know, team cup, and there's like all this stuff going on. And it's easy to lose focus of like who you are as a coach and what your mission is. So Summit really, really brought that for me, and helped me a lot. Two of the kind of main things that really stuck out to me first was, one is belief in yourself. And I think that was like a common string across a lot of speakers of, you know, if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in the products, and you don't believe in the coaching opportunity, then you're not going to get the results. You're not going to meet your goals. You're not going to get anywhere, quite frankly. You have to focus on helping others and not focusing on rank advancements and money and all of those things. Like, that's what we're truly about as coaches, is helping other people. And for the months of May and June, I actually did not hit Success Club. And I realized, looking back on what I was doing then, is I was focusing on the rank, I was focusing on the money, I was focusing on the sale, and I wasn't focusing on helping other people and really, you know, diving into their why and how this could help them. So I think Melanie Mitro spoke to that a lot in her opening speech. You know, don't be afraid to be a leader as well. Like, don't be afraid to be a coach and to have a team. Like, for me, that's kind of scary. Like I work a full-time job, so I'm like, I don't want to let people down. I don't want to, not be there for anybody as they're growing as coaches as well. But that's just fear holding us back. So belief and getting out of that fear was one of the really big takeaways for me. Also, Chalene Johnson. I know we all love Chalene. She's awesome. And she talked a lot about curiosity marketing and leading with you instead of leading with the product. And that really resonated with me because it's what I was doing. I was trying to lead with the sale, trying to lead with the product. And that just, I think, scared a lot of people away. Like her three big points were borrowed words are for the birds. Like don't copy what other coaches are doing. Don't tell me you're about to sell me. So don't be about the sale, be about helping. Sorry, my dog's doing something weird back there. Likes are thin, questions are for the win. So doesn't matter how many people are liking your posts, you want to get questions back from them. So you don't want to be talking about the product right off the bat. You want to be talking about your story and how this has changed you and how this can help other people, and get them curious and asking questions about what you're doing. And don't necessarily say the product name, don't say the program name, and get people pinging you and saying, what are you doing? So that's really helped me a lot. I've worked on adding a lot of new friends on Facebook and Instagram and leading with that curiosity aspect. I've actually hit Success Club in July, and I'm very close for August as well. So definitely seen some success using that methodology.
Awesome. Thank you, Stacy. Yep, you touched on a couple things that I was going to mention too. So appreciate that feedback. Okay, we are going to hear next from Dave. Dave, let's see, I've got his stats here. Started coaching in December of 2015. You guys, Dave is one of the most consistent fitness challengers on our team. Without fail, he posts every single day. He can tell us how many programs he's completed. 80 pounds he's down. I don't know. You're going to confirm exactly how much weight you've lost, but he was featured at Miami's Super Saturday. He was the transformation success story because of his hard work and a commitment to changing his physical transformation. And I know when he went to Summit, he had a lot of breakthrough moments and eye-opening moments where he saw, the opportunity for the business and that need to get more bold about inviting people to what he was doing as a coach. So Dave, thanks for being on, and can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, like you said, going to Summit for me was a very big eye-opener from the business side of it. I've always been consistent on the fitness side and the nutrition side, posting about what I work out and what I eat. And at my most, I lost 85 pounds. I put a little back on, but I've lost a few in the last couple of weeks.
It's muscle. It's muscle.
That's what I say. Some of it is too, but some of it was, slacking off on nutrition too. But I've gotten back on track with Shift Shop. So yeah. Some things I learned at Summit was that, just because it's most of the coaches are females, the males can do it. And seeing some of the higher ranking male coaches there and as successful as they've been was a big motivator for me to push my business farther. And I've definitely been more active in the business side of it since Summit. Talking to people about the opportunity to coach and the opportunity to be a part of Beachbody, and trying to get more with my coaches to see, if they want to be more than just discount coaches, if they want to build the business side of it, kind of explain to them why, they should go to next year's Summit, to experience what I experienced. And one of the speeches that really stuck out to me was David Atkins. He was the New York State Trooper. He had a quote. He said, "God's gift to us is potential, and our gift back is what we do with it." And I took that as, we got this potential, but if you don't, it's a waste if you don't use that potential. And, you should strive to use that potential as much as you can. And I know for me, I've never been big on doing any personal development. And since Summit, I've started doing more of that. I listen to Darren Hardy most mornings now. And I bought, from a personal standpoint, I bought Dave Ramsey books to better myself financially, so my son and I can be in a better financial situation, hopefully, as he gets older. Some of you may not know he's on the autism spectrum, and as he gets to adulthood, services are not as great as they are as kids, so I want to be able to provide for him when he's older. So I want to. So that's one reason why I'm doing, why I decided to start reading the Dave Ramsey books. So that's all I have.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I want to I asked our speakers to think about a couple of questions. So I'm going to have them, it's kind of like a Q&A. I think that I know Summit is a total game changer. And yeah, when I posted about it, I said it's where the magic happens. I think you really, in order to see what this network is all about and what coaching truly is, you've got to make it to an event. So guys, know that we've got Super Saturday coming up in September. You can go in the back office. You need to commit to being at Super Saturday with everything we have going on. I think I'm going to drive up to Tampa. If Chris Downing is going to be in Tampa, I'm going to drive to Tampa. But allow yourself to get like a little piece of that magic that we felt at Summit, because when you're around people with that energy and you hear the stories and you see how successful coaches are, and oftentimes they've been in really, really tough spots. I mean, there was speaker after speaker that shared at Summit situations that resonated with me, and experiencing loss and just devastation in their family, and almost losing their marriages, and really having no direction, but pouring themselves into something that bettered them, right? Pouring themselves into something and people that actually gave them a purpose and helped them find really where they wanted to go. And I'll never forget Shelly Himes' story. If you're on Beachbody Champions, she did a video, but she shared her story. She shared it at Summit on stage. She lost her brother. He was a fisherman. He was out to sea, and she was, her marriage was on the rocks, and she's in the coach test group, so I've gotten to know her some more. But she says, when she's so down, it's such a down place, the one thing that helps her heart feel better is pouring into other people. And it's almost a way to distract yourself from worry or things going on in your life personally. You always have the ability to make a difference in somebody else's life and show them that you care, and show them that you're here and that you'll walk the path with them. And I truly agree with that. I hear coaches say, well, I've got so much going on personally. But if you use this time to work on you, really focus on all the principles that Beachbody teaches, lead to a more healthy, happy, fulfilling life. If you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, you're eating right, you're getting those superfoods, you will feel better. And then added into that with coaching is working with other people and helping them with the exact same things you're working on. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So I hope that you guys that have seen, what happened at Summit last month, I hope that you are signed up and ready to go for next year. The tickets are a very reasonable price. This gives you something to work towards where you want to be in your business. And I hope everybody is there with us in Indy, because it's going to be bigger than ever and absolutely amazing. And so I wanted to ask, guys, just hop in, the speakers, talk about why you wouldn't want any of your coaches to miss Summit, and what did going to the event mean to you? Any of you, Dave, Carrie, or Stacy, want to hop in?
I'll start. I have some coaches on my team now, and I absolutely do not want them to miss it, because for me, Summit was where I finally really became a coach, where I finally really started to care about not care, but to see what I could do for my family, what I could do for my friends, what I could help other people do with their life. And it's where I finally realized that I really am part of this team. And all of the things that we do together, you spend so much time with everybody that's on our team. I mean, we sat together, we were crammed in laps and Ubers together. You know, we were everywhere together, and that made such a huge difference, because now it's not just somebody's face that you're connected with through online. It's somebody that you know and somebody that you love and somebody that you've shared these incredible experiences with. And I don't want anybody to miss that.
Amen. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, and I'll kind of lead off of that as well. Like Carrie was saying, you kind of really see the power of Beachbody. I remember being in a session, and they said, everybody stand up, sit down if you've lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, and then had everybody who'd lost more than 100 pounds come up on stage, and it was probably 50-something people. I mean, it just reminded me the power of what we're doing and how it changes people's lives. Like, and that in turn, how to use that in my message, how it's impacted my life, how it's, I don't know, kind of the training aspect of that, like sharing the impact of what this can have on the world. The team bonding aspect for sure. I definitely felt the team atmosphere. I was kind of like Carrie. I was super nervous and kind of scared to go. Like, am I going to fit in? Am I going to be the girl in the corner? But everybody's so sorry. You just really feel like you're a part of a team, and everybody is so supportive, even though we're all so very different. It was just really, really neat, and kind of the opportunity for us to find ourselves as a coach.
Awesome. Thank you. Dave, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, adding on to what both Stacy and Carrie said, the team atmosphere was wonderful for me, because as I never really met many of the team in person. I met a few in some Super Saturdays, but being able to meet most of the team now was a really great experience. And now putting actual people instead of just names, and then for me, the support aspect of it, from just observing while I was there, was coaches were there and seeing their significant others who may not have been coaches there. So that support system, and then what we can do, as a support system for everybody was a big thing for me as well. So.
Thank you. And I want to piggyback off of something Dave said about, the spouses being there. I got the opportunity to meet with one of our corporate mentors a couple years back, and I told him the story about how Frank was not supportive, wouldn't try the workouts, would ridicule me. Guys, I was a practicing attorney. My billable rate was $250 an hour. And so he didn't really see the value in me in the beginning, sitting on the phone, helping people with their health and fitness goals, which I understand that, I've got my law bills and my debt and all of that. But what he did was he got in my back office, started playing around, and really had this curiosity for how the business worked and how you increased income and volume and all that stuff. Like, he just dug into it. He asked me for my password and he went to work. And now I think he understands that side of the business more than anybody else. I mean, he's the go-to, advanced placement, all these things. He's taught me so much. So I was telling the mentor, my corporate mentor, that, and he said, yeah, it really is 1 + 1 = 3 with you guys. And it's so true. If your spouse or your partner or your significant other is on board with you, even if it's just committing to drinking Shakeology, committing to having them sign up to be one of your coaches so you control the account and you can build your organization through them as well. If they just support you it's 1 + 1 = 3. It's going to help you so much. He's been able to inspire so many of his friends. He wasn't on social media. I made him get on Facebook when he hit diamond. I made him. But it helps so much when they understand what you're doing and when they understand how important it is to you, because that's another group of people, his family and his friends. And so I really want you to, I want you to encourage your spouses to hop on board the train. I mean, we went to this event called Ignite, which was a pre-summit event, and the person who organized the event was Miguel Carrasco, male coach, one of the top coaches, leaders in Canada. And he had one of his male coaches, Jamie Fitzpatrick, as one of the hosts and sharing his story, and his wife and he do it together. And they're this power duo. So in whatever way you can encourage your significant other, hop on board with the programs, start to understand how cool and how fun the business is. That is going to accelerate your growth of your business so much, especially this month. So don't be afraid to ask your spouse, hey, do you have anybody that might, that I could help this month? And can you put a call in, or can I call them? Because it really does make a difference. Okay, I want to wrap up the talks about Summit. I could talk to you about the production value, the value of what Beachbody does, the show that they put on, the time, the money, the man hours. I mean, it's phenomenal. They put on such a good show. It's like you're at an award ceremony. It's so meaningful. I could talk to you about how we give away, you guys, $250,000 every year. That is what always gets me with Summit is when they talk about the Beachbody Challenge winners, when they share those stories, and then it really sinks in that they give money away every single day. Every month there's a monthly challenge winner. Then the grand prize winners are getting $100,000. I mean, all this company, all we're trying to do is encourage people to just complete the program, have trust in the process, believe in themselves, and get better every day. And that was so impactful every time I see those stories. So one aspect that I love that Beachbody highlighted and they're implementing now is corporate is recognizing the coaches who get the most Beachbody Challenge submissions. How cool is that? Because that's what it's really all about, is helping people from start to finish, getting them to share their before and after pictures. At the end of the day, I think that's what inspires people to see that they can do it too. And so there's a big emphasis now on getting those before and after pictures from your challengers. I don't care if you have 1 challenger or 10 challengers, but there's so much value in they submit those pictures and they have the opportunity to win money for simply following through and getting healthier and achieving their goals. That's really cool. So I just think Summit really this year, we were shown that they are putting things in place to show us how much they support us. They are listening to the coaches. To have a diamond incentive now is a really big deal, you guys. You can earn a quarterly bonus by getting to diamond. The fact that we are Carl and Chris are so accessible. There's a group called Beachbody Champions, and they are just pouring their hearts into it every single day. So I just feel like we have all the tools this month. As far as Team Cup, I want to encourage everybody to go really, really big and bold and set your goals really high. Don't be afraid. There's no time for fear and doubt because there's lives that we need to be changing. I had my best month ever as a coach during Team Cup month. I hit Success Club 43. I hit Diamond. Yep. And what happened when I go back and I think about it, I had a lot of momentum because I was excited. I was right in the middle of my transformation. I just was such a big believer in the 21-day fix. I saw my coach in the test group. I knew it was going to be incredible. This was during the 21-day fix launch. And I had a lot of interest and excitement. But what I realized was I wasn't caught up in any details about how many people were liking my posts or rank advancements, or, coaches on our team that were advancing before me or making more money. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to help people. And so I want you guys to kind of feed off of your energy, everybody's energy on the team, and our corporate, our corporate team and our super trainers, and just really, really go for it this month. Don't let anything get in the way. You have an awesome opportunity to really go to the next level with your business and as a coach and as a leader. I got 5 quick, my top 5 tips. So you might want to jot these down, but this is what I'd like you to focus on this month for Team Cup. You need to have, number 1, a crystallized why and goals. It's really, really important that why you are doing this, your purpose for being here as a coach, is crystal clear to you. If it's not, you're not going to make the time to reach people the way that you need to during Team Cup month. Okay, so have a crystal clear, and if you need to talk to your sponsor, if you want to message me, we can talk about it. But you need to have something that's going to make you excited to jump out of the bed and start connecting with people and really going all in on your fitness and your own journey, what you want for yourself. Same thing with goals. We asked on day 1 or 2, what are your goals this month? Set high, lofty goals because you will work harder, I guarantee. Do not be comfortable with your goals. Your goals should absolutely make you uncomfortable. My goals are Success Club 30, helping my Team Cup members advance, and I really just want to help my team get better. But Success Club 30 I haven't seen in a long time. So that is a scary goal for me, and that's why I said it, because I know that means I need to work hard every single day. Team Cup is about showing up every single day. You got to bring the energy every day. You should be posting every day on social media, or else you're not going to capture that interest from the people who need to be inspired by the transformation that you're making. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Another thing, the second thing is belief and excitement about what you're doing. Stacey mentioned it. It all comes back to your belief in yourself and your belief for what we do as coaches and your belief in our products and the solution it provides. It is the most important thing, honestly. Don't be focused on things that overwhelm you or not understanding certain things about the business that trust me, you will get there. If you have questions, we'll help you along the way. The most important thing is that you're authentic on social media and that you're sharing your belief in our products and how it helps people. Number 3 is simple. Know your numbers. Know your numbers. And I feel like I say this ad nauseum, but it's true. Anything you track, you can improve. So we've got some great tools in the No Limits Fitness, Beyond Fitness, Rock the Team Cup. So if you're not in there, I'll put the event page in the event page for this call, but just join that. We've got a posting calendar that's going to help you figure out which posts you need to do which days. We're talking about content for posts. We're giving ideas. We're sharing best practices. You've got another tool, Go for No. I think that's a really simple way to grow your team, grow your organization, and hit your goals this month, is to go for 100 no's. Because you know what? People are going to say no, guaranteed this month. People will tell you no, they might not be ready. But with every no, you're one step closer. The answer is always to have more conversations. The more conversations that you have, the more connections you're making, the more you are going to reach people, connect with them, set them up with a challenge pack, and grow your team. So know your numbers. And in this case, your numbers every day are the number of people that you invite to a challenge group, the number of conversations you're having. You know, there's not just every person you talk to is you're inviting them. I mean, you want to be building relationships you've got to decide when it's timely to invite somebody to your challenge group, and not just, jump right in if you haven't spoken to them in 20 years. You've got to, the third thing is post on social media 3 to 5 times a day, guys. That's the formula. That's the formula. Trust in the process. And there's so many different things you can share. We talk about it in the Rock the Team Cup group, but this is not you guys vomiting Beachbody. This is sharing who you are, sharing what you love, sharing things that make you stand out and stand apart from every other Beachbody coach. That's what you want to do. You want to set yourself apart. So that requires you to really share a little bit more about who you are at a deeper level. And then invites to the coaching opportunity, which might just simply be, I've been watching you, or whatever it is about them, and I think you would make an incredible coach. Have you ever thought about coaching? And just opening the door to that conversation. There are a lot of tools that we have. We have coaching sneak peeks. You can plug them into that. We have third-party tools. So you need to start when you feel strongly about someone, when you feel like that coaching would fit into their lives, that they would be an incredible motivator, that you would absolutely love to have them as a business partner. It's time this month to say it. It's time to say it this month. Okay, so number 3 is know your numbers and don't go to bed until the numbers are met. So I've set, for me personally, it's 20 a night, 20 a day. And that's a lot. I know Carrie's using Teamzy, whether it's Teamzy, Streak, or you just work from your lists. Know your numbers and hit them every day. That's going to help you stay on track, and that's going to give you the momentum to hit your goals this month. The fourth thing is, we talked about it a lot already, but lead with you. It's not Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. It's you guys. That's what people are going to connect with. Your journey, your story, your struggles, what, the impact that you've already had, what you're experiencing, how you fit it into your life, that the power is in your story. Okay. So lead with you. And on that end, fitness and self-care has to be number 1. You have to put yourself first in this month, where you're putting more into your business. You're investing more of your time and energy mentally into your business. But it always starts with you. I highly recommend PD, personal development in the morning, and your workout right away. So you're taking care of yourself so that you can share that. Because if you're experiencing awesome things if you're doing the shift right now, the shift shop, or if you're starting it, or if you finished it, you should have a couple of posts about what you experienced, how it made you feel, what you learned about yourself. Those are the kinds of things that I think really touch people, because it's real, it's genuine, it's from the heart. And on the same side, personal development, Dave talked a little bit about it, but personal development gives you content with your social media. The more personal development you read and invest and spend time on, the more you learn about yourself, and the more you grow as a person, and those are things that you share on social media. That is something that is really inspiring. I love talking about what I'm learning about on social media. So please, just commit to your PD and your fitness in a way that you never have before, and that will reflect in your business. I'm going to add one more thing in, one more sub note, and that's eat your frog every morning. So Carrie talked about it, but usually the scariest thing, there can be a lot of scary things as a coach that, aspects of our business, but inviting is tough for people. Inviting is tough for me. I was able to rely for 1.5 years on people coming to me, and that long term, that's not going to work, and you have to be willing to be flexible and initiate the contact. So eat your frog every morning. Do your invites first, because it's most important. 80 to 90% of your time should be inviting and really building relationships. So do those first after you've worked out. And let's see. Okay, last tip for success on the Team Cup, number 5, is do something every day that scares you. And again, we talk about getting out of the comfort zone, but if you're not going live consistently, I've challenged my Team Cup team, Marcy, woo-woo, and Harley and Margaret and Julie, to go live at least twice a week. One being related to Beachbody and one being completely unrelated. Something of interest that you want to talk about. Parenting, something funny, something hilarious, something scary. Just share who you are. Just share a piece of your soul. It's scary to do that. I get it. It's scary for me to do it still, but understanding that that is how you connect with people at a deeper level means that this is the kind of thing you're going to need to do this month to really reach people. So, and I took a note here. The hardest things to share and the scariest things to do as a coach are typically the things that drive your business forward. The posts that you don't think you're ready to put on social media. That's probably something, because it means so much to you, that's probably something that's going to touch a lot of people. The message that's terrifying to send to somebody who you think would be like dream team coach, because you just see so much of their heart and you know they would make an incredible coach, but you're intimidated maybe to approach them. That's the kind of message you have to send this month, because those are the game changers, because you never know who's watching you and you never know who's actually contemplating what you're thinking, and you just haven't put it out there yet. So plant those seeds and start growing your teams this month. Okay, guys, those were all the tips I had. Do you have any questions? Is everybody excited and fired up for this month? Yes, I see smiles. Kat, also, you guys, Kat is a brand new coach and she's about to do her coming out post. She may have already done it. I haven't been on social media. Okay, Marcy. Oh, yes. Okay. So best way to invite to a challenge group when blind inviting, customizing. I would say, depending on the numbers, yeah, customize every invite. When you're sending out messages, and don't go away anywhere. I'm just going to answer this one question. I want to take a picture, guys. Find one, Marcy, you can connect with them in 1 or 2 sentences, but it needs to be clear that you are interested in them. So asking a question about something you saw on their news feed or commenting about their children, it has to be something authentic and from the heart. Or a question, something you're curious about with them. And then you could say, oh, by the way, or I'm not sure why I thought of you, but, and just kind of mention what you're doing. And the focus for me is not really, gosh, when I'm inviting people, I'm not talking about, hey, do you want to lose 20 pounds? Because, our groups are so much more than that. But I talk about, making healthy lifestyle change, having accountability. So make sure your buzzwords are, if you're blind inviting, are more focused on support and, helping people feel healthier and happier and reaching their goals. Okay, and actually I'll open it up to everybody. Christy Rivero, you might be of some assistance, but do you find text, email, Facebook Messenger best? I think this is totally subjective and every single coach is different. I can tell you, I have heard from, elite coaches and top 200 coaches that have larger teams, like, I don't respond to text. They know where to reach me on Facebook Messenger, and that's the way they operate. Personally, some people need text to feel supported or to feel like they have that sense of accountability. Maybe they haven't really bought into challenge groups yet, or they're not going, or they don't feel comfortable enough yet they're posting. So if I have a personal relationship with somebody, I will text with them. I don't get a lot of success with email messages because they can ignore them very easily. So I like text a lot because they're getting it right away, and they're checking their phone. And I like Facebook Messenger because that's where we work. What do you think, Christy?
I would say 99% of the time it's Facebook Messenger. One, you can see if they've read your post. Sometimes if they have the settings on their texts, you don't see that. But a lot of times I don't have phone numbers or emails for the people that are my prospects because I've met them on social media and I don't have those other contacts. So if it's people that I mostly know through social media, it's definitely Facebook Messenger, or I DM people on Instagram though too. I try to take all the Instagram people and get them to Facebook because you can have a better conversation on Facebook than you can on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. Okay. Good. There's one more thing I was going to say. Oh, darn it. All right, let's take a picture. Come on, guys. All right. Say cheese. All right. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I know Sunday nights are hard. I remembered what I was going to say. When I was a hobby coach, I didn't really have work hours. And I really think it's a good idea this month because you have high goals, you're committed, you're growing your team, you're going to hit rank goals, you've got this fire this month. This is an important month for all of us. Set hours for yourself. Commit to a certain amount of time. And I know a lot of you work full time, so pockets here and there might be okay, but you're going to get a lot more done. You will be more, I've read a lot of time management books, guys. You will be a lot more efficient and productive with a block. So an inviting block, that power hour really needs to be focused. Lose the distractions, lose the notifications, focus on what you need to do. Focus on the people you want to reach. Bang through those invites, and you can be like 10 times more productive if you just have a chunk of time. So schedule that into your day, stick to it, and let's crush this month, you guys. Thanks for being on, everybody. Thank you to Carrie and Stacy and Dave. I'm really proud of you guys. So I'll see everybody on Facebook. Have a good night. Thanks, guys. Bye. Let me stop recording.